Good evening, all pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I am your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, for this video, I'm coming at y'all with a doubleheader review. Gonna be reviewing TNA Wrestling's Hard to Kill. And then I'm going to transition over to New Japan Pro Wrestling's Battle in the Valley. So, two big shows that took place just the other day, Saturday. But yeah, going to review both of them. Both were very good. Both were very good. So, first off, we are going to start with TNA Wrestling's Hard to Kill 2024, the first pay-per-view right back under the Total Nonstop Action Wrestling banner. And this took place this past Saturday, January 13th, at the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas, Nevada. So let's go ahead and go over the card. Quite a lot of interesting things happened with the show. A lot. So let's go ahead and, one second, get this out of my eye. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay. We had the countdown to Hard to Kill, which we had a couple of matches for the pre-show. The first one, we had a singles match between Rich Swann and Steve Maclin. Shout out to Rich Swann, who looked like he was supporting gear inspired by Flash Funk, aka Too Cold Scorpio. I definitely thought that looked pretty neat. You know, had that Flash Funk look. But these two went at it. Pretty decent match. I mean, I'm a big Rich Swann fan. So, of course, you know I was pulling for him. Decent match overall. But Steve Maclin was able to defeat Rich Swann, pinning him for the 1-2-3 after connecting a KIA. So, Steve Maclin picks up the victory in the very first match back under the TNA banner. So, congrats to Steve Maclin on that. AJ Francis, a.k.a. Top Dollar, was getting ready to do a promo and showcase his newest music video or newest song. Joe Hendry interrupted, did a parody video, music video, making fun of AJ Francis, and he got beat down for it. So, starting off AJ Francis' debut, establishing a little rivalry there between him and Joe Hendry. So, that ought to be interesting. And the parody music video was pretty funny. It was actually pretty funny. And very accurate. Very accurate. So, we'll see how that goes. And currently, AJ Francis is the Cheez-Its champion. So, that was referenced quite a bit in that parody video. But yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next match. Here we go. Okay, next up we had tag team action. We had representing the System, which is apparently this new faction name, Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers taking on the team of Eric Young and Frankie Kazarian. Match was not really anything special, in my opinion. It was just continued rivalry with between Frankie Kazarian and Eddie Edwards. That's really how I see that as. But I mean, in all honesty, it was an alright match. not something that got me out of my seat for the most part. But it was all right for what it was. Brian Myers actually pins Frankie Kazarian for the 1-2-3 after a roster cut Boston Knee Party combo, between him and Eddie Edwards to pick up the victory. So the system off to a good start at Hard to Kill with a victory there in the pre-show. Okay. And then for the final pre-show match for Hard to Kill, we had the new Digital Media Championship. And I say new being that all the champions had got new championship belts. So I thought that was really cool. Digital Media Championship on the line in a no disqualification match. We have the champion, Tommy Dreamer, defending against Crazy Steve. This was definitely no DQ for a reason. Definitely both of these guys' playground. Saw all sorts of weapons being used. Tommy Dreamer, the innovator of violence. He does his thing. This is what he's about. Crazy Steve, though, took it up a notch with a big bag of forks. Just dozens and dozens and dozens of forks in this match. I don't think I've ever seen that many forks in a match. Especially dumping a bunch of forks on Tommy Dreamer and then doing a running cannonball with the forks up against him, stuffed in his shirt and everything. That was crazy. That was a crazy spot. But, Tommy Dreamer did what he could do, but Crazy Steve would just absorb everything and, he'd get crazy as, hence his name. But Crazy Steve would not be denied as he was able to put Tommy Dreamer away with a melatonin's kiss. Covered him for the 1-2-3. And ladies and gentlemen, already your first title change to kick off the new year for TNA, as Crazy Steve is your new TNA Digital Media Champion. So congratulations to him. Yeah, that's really all I can say. That is really all I can say. But it's a lot of forks. It's a lot of forks. But it's all good. It's all good. Okay, let's move into the main card. Starting off with this very special match. Okay, for the second time ever in promotion history, we have a Knockouts Ultimate X match. 6 ladies. Your competitors are Tasha Steelz, Alisha Edwards, Gisele Shaw, Jody Threat, Zaya Brookside, and Dani Luna. I have to say, this was a great batch of ladies for this match. And of course, Tasha Steelz was who won the first ever Knockouts Ultimate X match. So she came into this match pretty much with the advantage. But yeah, this was a pretty decent match. And, I was definitely embracing it for what it is. Because, come on. How often do we even see a Knockouts Ultimate X match? This is only the second one ever. So, I didn't have any sort of crazy expectations. I just wanted to embrace this match for what it is. Because it's so unique. And it's not something that we usually see. You know what I mean? Especially not for the ladies. Mainly not for the ladies. But I felt like all 6 ladies got to shine in this match. Really got to shine in this match. And to be honest with you, I was kind of surprised at the finish. But ladies and gentlemen, Gisele Shaw, the quintessential diva, has won Knockouts Ultimate X. And therefore, she is your new #1 contender to the TNA Knockouts Championship. So, congratulations to her. Like I said, not who I thought would win, but hey, you know, it's all good. Also, it was made clear on social media that Xia Brookside has signed with TNA Wrestling. So she is one of their newest knockouts. So congratulations to Xia Brookside. I've met Xia Brookside at last year's WrestleCade. So she's really, really cool. I know she was recently in Stardom as part of Club Venus for a little while. But yeah, it's good to see Xia Brookside got signed by TNA. I think she'll be a great addition to that Knockouts roster. So kudos to TNA on signing Xia Brookside. I like it. All right. Let's move on to our next match. Okay. Okay, next up we had what was supposed to be a singles match. PCO versus Dirty Dango. Now, keyword is supposed to be a singles match, and it did not last at all. Pretty much once the bell rang, I mean, Dirty Dango had Oleg Prudius and Alpha Bravo with him, and just PCO was in the ring, and honestly, I don't even think even a minute passed before Alpha Bravo pushed off PCO, got involved in the match, shoving him off the turnbuckle. The referee calls for the bell. PCO wins by DQ. Now, afterwards, all three of them started beating down on PCO. And then, eventually, Rhino comes to the ring to kind of even the odds, or try to even the odds. And then Santino Marella comes out and is like, "Oh, no. We're not gonna end this way. No, it's not gonna go down like that. So we're gonna turn this into a tag team match. But not just 2-on-2, but a 6-man tag." And this ended up turning into Dirty Dango, Alpha Bravo, Oleg Prudius taking on Rhino, PCO, and Jake Something. That's right, Jake Something was announced as their third tag team partner. And let's keep it real. As soon as that went down, it was pretty much a wrap for Dirty Dango and his team. I mean, they fought back. They tried. But PCO, Rhino, and Jake Something were just too much for that team. As PCO was able to pin Alpha Bravo after hitting a PCO salt. And yeah, PCO, Jake Something, Rhino with the victory in that 6-man tag match. So all's well ended well. But then again, PCO really got two victories because, the first match you won by disqualification. But still, it was really, really... It became more entertaining once they did that. Because aside from that, I wasn't really looking that forward to the singles match of this. So it is kind of good that they did what they did. So I can dig it. Okay. Now, this next one, I don't have a graphic for because they actually, just threw this one in there just out of the blue. But we actually had the TNA Knockout Tag Team Championships on the line. That's right. So, an extra match added. as MK Ultra, the tag champs, which was Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly, they ended up defending those titles against the reunited, reformed, returning Decay of Rosemary and Havok. That's right. Rosemary and Havok return as Decay for this title match. And you know what? It was a pretty good tag title match. I definitely enjoyed this. Welcome back, Rosemary and Havok. I know Rosemary was portraying Courtney Rush. I know. But still, it's good to see Decay is back. And they made it count. They definitely made it count. It was crazy versus crazy, pretty much. But Decay made this opportunity count as a assisted Sky High was able to put away Killer Kelly. Havok makes the pin. And Decay are your new TNA Knockout Tag Team Champions. In their return, they're reuniting as a tag team as Decay. So congratulations to them. I was just happy to see that the titles got defended at Hard to Kill. You know, I would have loved to have seen MK Ultra hold on the titles longer, but at least they got showcased. So I can be happy with that. Okay, next up was one of my favorite matches of the card. Check it out. We had a triple threat match for the X Division Championship. As the champion, Sabin, one half of the Motor City Machine Guns, taking on Kushida, who's also part of Time Machine and also a good friend, and El Hijo del Vikingo. And this was also really, really special because right before this match, Scott D'Amore came out and dropped a bombshell of an announcement along with, I forgot who the other guy's name was as a representative of AAA. But ladies and gentlemen, we now have ourselves a partnership, a working official partnership between TNA Wrestling and Lucha Libre AAA. That's right. Had a contract officially signed by both parties. TNA and AAA looking to add some more Lucha Libre action to total non-stop action wrestling. Pretty big deal, y'all. Pretty big partnership. TNA and AAA, it's pretty big. But yeah, that was the big announcement that they did right before this match. Now, as far as this match, like I said, very enjoyable. I mean, you got USA, Mexico, and Japan represented in this match. And all three guys did excellent. This was such a great match. It really could have gone either way. All three are definitely worthy of holding that X Division Championship. But when it was all said and done, Mr. 10 time, 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 X Division champion Sabin was able to retain, puts away Kushida with a cradle shock for the 1, 2, 3. And what a way to start the year off for Sabin. Still, you're an X Division champion. So, incredible match. Really incredible match. Definitely enjoyed it from start to finish. And it's one of the, it just shows us another reason why I love the X Division in TNA. Love the X Division. Always have, always will. All right. Next match. This was This was a very special one and a really good one too. Okay, we had a singles match. We had the walking weapon Josh Alexander taking on, making his TNA debut, Mr. Alex Hammerstone, who was recently part of MLW. Of course, Alex Hammerstone made the challenge, open challenge. Josh Alexander accepted. This was quite a hard-hitting back-and-forth match. Quite a clash of styles between both these gentlemen. And, wow. What a first match in TNA for Alex Hammerstone. Dude is a beast. I've seen him live once before when I went to one MLW show. But this match was definitely very entertaining, hard-hitting. And it really could have gone either way. Really could have gone either way. But Josh Alexander proves that he's able to protect home court and shows why he's a former champion. He was able to put away Alex Hammerstone with a C4 spike and then pinned him for the 1-2-3. But yes, quite an awesome match between Alex Hammerstone and Josh Alexander. But the walking weapon picks up the victory. Very great match. All right, let's keep it going with this next match. All right. Another championship on the line. We had the TNA World Tag Team Championships in a fatal four-way. We had the champs, Ace Austin, Chris Bay, the ABC, defending against the Rascalz, which are Zachary, Wentz, and Trey, Miguel. The Grizzled Young Vets, which is James Drake and Zach Gibson, and Speedball Mike Bailey, and who was originally supposed to be Trent Seven as his partner, but was not able to make this show due to travel issues. Therefore, he got replaced by Laredo Kid. And I have to say, for a last-minute replacement, Laredo Kid and Speedball Mike Bailey, they have some really good chemistry together. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like whoever teams up with Speedball, it's a lot of great chemistry. I mean, I've seen Speedball team up with Jonathan Gresham, this Laredo Kid, Trent Seven, Jake Something, and DPW. Dang, Speedball is one heck of a partner to have. That's all I can say. But him and Laredo Kid didn't miss any beats, that's for sure. But you got a lot of talent in this match, and just tag teams. If you love tag team wrestling, this match was definitely for you. And all four teams were showcased really well. And this was Grizzled Young Vets. I believe they were making their debut in TNA, and they looked good. But, yeah, this was quite a match. Quite a match. Definitely the ABC at a disadvantage. But even with that being said, the ABC was able to make a way and come out on top with the victory. Chris Bay was able to get the pin on Trey Miguel after the 1-2 sweet combination from the ABC, which, the art of finesse to the fold and to the cover. That's the 1-2 sweet. But the ABC, still your TNA World Tag Team Champions. So, really, really entertaining match. All four teams looked great. Okay. How about the semi-final main event? And this was a really great one. We had the TNA Knockouts World Championship on the line. As the champion, Trinity defends against Juggernaut Jordan Grace. And the very interesting thing about this match was there was a certain somebody in attendance for this match. They showed a video of her getting out of a limo and like the back of her hair. And come to find out, they revealed that it is none other than Ash by Elegance, formerly known as Dana Brooke. So Dana Brooke, Ash by Elegance, is in TNA. Not who I was expecting, to be honest with you, but I'm happy that she's got this opportunity, though. I will say that. I am happy she's got this opportunity. Now, as far as the match was excellent. Both of these ladies looked great, and you know, Trinity has been on a roll and continues to show why she's been championship material the entire time, even before she came to TNA. And Jordynne Grace definitely shows why she's the juggernaut and why she was meant to be the one to dethrone Trinity, which is exactly what happened. She was able to put away Trinity with a juggernaut driver, pinned her for the 1, 2, 3, and Jordynne Grace is your new Knockouts World Champion. Now, with this loss for Trinity, word is this could potentially have been her last match in TNA. Because the word is she's supposedly going back to WWE. But I'd say not bad of a run for Trinity, especially being that she came into TNA, was undefeated up to this time. You know what I mean? So, I have to say, TNA did a really good job with the booking of Trinity. I have to say. Great job there. But we'll see what happens with Trinity. Who knows? She might return Royal Rumble, because, I mean, you got Royal Rumble near the end of this month. She might be one of the entrants in Royal Rumble. So, we'll see. And then the main event of TNA Wrestling Hard to Kill 2024 came down to the TNA World Championship. As the champion, one half of the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley, defends against the System's Moose. Great match. A great clash of styles and athleticism, especially from Moose. But kudos to Alex Shelley working on that arm of Moose, really trying to wear the big man down, using his submission tactics, and just Moose with just the raw power and athleticism. And I know the other members of the System was trying to interfere, and that included D'Angelo Williams. I'm like, what the heck is D'Angelo Williams doing there? But whatever. Chris Sabin, Kushida helped fight them off. I wasn't a big fan of the finish, mainly because I really wanted Alex Shelley to hold on to the title a little longer. I felt like he should have had the title longer. But Moose was able to reverse a shell shock and was able to follow up with a spear and then pin Shelley for the 1, 2, 3. And Moose is your new TNA World Champion. But you know what? I got to give him and Jordynne Grace credit. They both had their Feast or Fire briefcases, and guess what? They submitted them at the beginning of the match, not after the champions just had a match. Take notes, WWE. Excuse me. Take notes, AEW, with that recent bull crap that y'all did with Luchasaurus and Christian Cage with that TNT championship. How about actually doing cash-ins to start the match? Like clean. Not a cheap cash-in. That's why I can at least appreciate Jordan and Moose the way they did it. They actually had matches. But anyway, the rest of the system came out to congratulate Moose. And then all of a sudden, Nick Nemeth appears, drops Moose, hits a super kick and drops Moose, goes out into the crowd, rips his shirt to reveal a TNA wrestling shirt. So, it's interesting because remember, Nick Nemeth was just recently at Wrestle Kingdom. And now he's in TNA. Interesting. He's trying to get as much as he can, which I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. But yeah, that was quite the ending with Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler, for those that don't know who that is. But yeah, TNA Hard to Kill was good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Nice way to kick off the year 2024. And like I said, they signed Zaya Brookside, which I assume they also signed Dana Brooke. And yeah, TNA Wrestling, Lucha Libre, AAA now have a working official partnership. What's next for TNA Wrestling? Remains to be seen. Good stuff. Okay, before we switch gears to Battle in the Valley, here's a quick word on the sponsor for this video, Game Beauty. Check them out. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akidiris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heat Wave Brush Single, Metaverse Bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves limited edition makeup collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Alrighty, we shall now switch gears to New Japan Pro Wrestling's Battle in the Valley. So, this took place same day, January 13th. This was at the San Jose Civic Center in San Jose, California. First New Japan Pro Wrestling show in the U.S. to kick off the year 2024. And it was a solid show. It was a very solid show. So let's go ahead and get right into it. There were two pre-show matches. All right, starting off with a singles strong survivor match. We had Matt Vandegrift versus Goldie. This was actually a pretty good opening match. I definitely enjoyed this match. And Matt Vandegrift has been on a roll lately. I think the last handful of matches I've seen him compete, whether it's pre-show or whatnot, he's won. So Matt Vandegrift has been looking really good. But yeah, in this one, he was able to get the victory on Goldie, pinning him after hitting him with a 450 splash. That's been his finisher lately, that 450 splash. But yeah, Matt Vandegrift for another victory. A victory here at Battle in the Valley. Looked good. Looked really good. Somebody I'm keeping my eye on. Hopefully he'll continue to grow and take it to another level in New Japan Pro Wrestling or wherever else he goes. But yeah, pretty good opening match. All right. Let's go to our last pre-show match for Battle in the Valley. Check it out. All right, we had the ladies in action at a ladies singles match here. We had Viva Vaughn versus Stephanie Vacure. So Stephanie Vacure from CMLL. Back in a New Japan ring. Of course, we all know last time she competed in a New Japan ring was Lone Star Shootout when she challenged Mayu Iwatani for the IWGP Women's Championship, but was not able to get the victory. But she is back once again via Battle in the Valley. And her and Viva Van, they went at it. They definitely went at it. It was back and forth. I mean, they were hitting each other with all sorts of stuff and kicking out as well. Like, I have to say, Viva Van really impressed me in this match. Really impressed me. And, I expected Stephanie Vacure to, be pretty much have the advantage. But Viva Van, she brought it. She definitely brought it in this match. I was very impressed. Very impressed. But both ladies went back and forth. But Stephanie Vacure was able to pick up the victory. She hit the package backbreaker on Viva Van, then covered her for the 1-2-3. So Stephanie Vacure picks up the victory in the last pre-show match before going into the main card. And it was also supposedly said that Stephanie Vacure became the new #1 contender to the NJPW Strong Women's Championship, which would mean that she would get to challenge the winner of Julia versus Trish Adora, which was later that night. But just had to throw that in there. Okay, main card. Main card. Okay, let's take a look at this main card. So we started off with a 6-man tag, some trios action. We had the team of the debuting in New Japan for the first time, Jacob Fatu, teaming up with Fred Rosser, Mr. No Days Off, and Shooter, Shota Umino. And they took on Team Filthy, which was made up of Filthy Tom Lawler and the West Coast Wrecking Crew of Jorel Nelson and Royce Isaacs. This was quite a match. This was definitely quite a match between both these teams, and I have to say, kudos to Jacob Fatu. He really got showcased pretty well in this match, especially with his power and speed and athletic ability. Dude can fly. Dude can fly for his size. I was very impressed. More and more I see Jacob Fatu, definitely impressed. I would have loved to have seen more Fred Rosser in this match, but I mean, him and Tom Lawler kind of have a little back and forth between each other, friendly back and forth. West Coast Wrecking Crew, they meant business. this match and definitely was looking to really capitalize. And Shota Umino definitely been looking really good. But this was a very entertaining six-man tag. But Shota Umino was able to put away Royce Isaacs with a Death Rider and then pinned him for the 1-2-3. And Shota Umino, Fred Rosser, Jacob Fatu are your winners of this opening contest to kick off the main card of Battle in the Valley. Now, as Shota Umino was taking time to go around the ring and greet the fans, he all of a sudden gets attacked by a masked fan. Jumps over the guardrail, beats him down a little bit, and he takes his mask off to reveal himself as Mr. Jungle Boy Jack Perry. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Perry in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And he just took out Shota Umino. Not only did he take out Shota Umino, the dude takes out his AEW contract and rips it in half. Now, maybe that's a work. I don't know. But that was pretty symbolic. I mean, just ripping up that AEW contract. I mean, heck, I think it's safe to say that. Oh, and then he put on an armband that says Scapegoat. Interesting. Said Scapegoat. So I guess, is that his new nickname? Is that his new nickname for New Japan Pro Wrestling? Because I think it's safe to say that he's now part of the New Japan Pro Wrestling roster. I mean, shoot. That was a pretty big deal, him attacking Shota Umino like that. Like, that was quite a surprise. That was quite a surprise. I did not see that one coming. But it's got my attention. Jack Perry in New Japan Pro Wrestling. We'll see how it goes. It's got my attention, though. It's definitely got my attention. Alrighty. Let's move on to our next match, which I really enjoyed this match. I did. I enjoyed this match from start to finish. We had a tag team match. We had Mascara Dorada and Volador Jr. teamed up to take on the team of Rocky Romero and Soberano Jr. Oh, so we got some CMLL featured in this match. Some of that Lucha Libre goodness. And like I said, it was very entertaining. Both teams looked really good. I know Rocky Romero's been kind of playing up the heel role, which, I mean, he's still loved quite a bit. I mean, especially with New Japan Pro Wrestling. But this was a very entertaining match. A lot of great Lucha Libre action. High intensity, high flying. I loved it. Definitely loved it. Volador Jr. was able to hit Rocky Romero with a Canadian Destroyer and then pinned him for the 1-2-3. And Mascara Dorada, Volador Jr. pick up the victory in this tag team match. But yeah, very enjoyable from start to finish. Especially Mascara Dorada. He was like flying all over the place. That dude is super duper athletic. Yeah, he was doing some sick stuff. But very enjoyable match from start to finish. All right. Let's move into our next match. Singles match incoming. All right. We had TJP representing United Empire taking on the leader of Bullet Club War Dogs, the current global heavyweight champion, David Finlay. This was another match that I enjoyed from start to finish. And, you know, it was good to see TJP channel the Ashwang once again in this match. And, you know, we saw him use the red mist. It was like red, orangish mist on David Finlay. But, I mean, these two went back and forth. This was a nice little preview of their upcoming steel cage match, February 11th in Osaka. But this was a nice little mini preview. But, yeah, TJP, David Finlay, they went at it. And just... this was a solid singles match between these two. Very solid. But David Finlay was able to pick up the victory, hitting TJP with an overkill, then covering him for the 1-2-3. David Finlay's your winner, but solid match between both these gentlemen. And, you know, I love me some TJP. And I've met David Finlay before back when he was a face, you know, when he was part of Finjuice. But, yeah, definitely like both these guys. All right. How about some championship matches? As a matter of fact, we're getting ready to get into the first championship match of the card. Check it out. All right, we had the NJPW Strong Openweight Tag Team Championships on the line. As the champions, Guerrillas of Destiny's Hikuleo and El Phantasmo defended against Bullet Club War Dogs Clark Connors and Alex Coughlin. Another good tag title match here. Guerrillas of Destiny have been on a roll, especially after Wrestle Kingdom, after dethroning Bishamon. They've really been on a roll. And, you know, this pairing with Hikuleo and El Phantasmo has really been a strong, solid pairing. And this match was no different. Although Clark Connors and Alex Coughlin, you know, just the Bullet Club War Dogs in general, they've really been turning into quite a threat, especially as a faction. But this was a good back and forth tag team match. It's not as long as I, you know, would have thought that it could have been, but it's okay. I mean, it is what it is. But I still enjoyed this match for what it was. But Guerrillas of Destiny were able to retain. Hikuleo got the pin on Alex Coughlin after ELP hit the Thunder Kiss 86. And yeah, Guerrillas of Destiny still your strong openweight tag team champions. But yeah, it was a pretty enjoyable match. Okay, let's keep the championship matches going as we had our next championship match. This time featuring the ladies. Alrighty. We had the NJPW Strong Women's Championship on the line as the champion, Julia, who has been on a roll since dethroning Willow Nightingale to win the title in the first place, as she defends the title against the Afro-Punk Trish Adora, part of the Infantry back in ROH and AEW. Good match overall. It was good to see Trish Adora in a New Japan ring. And you know what? This was a pretty dang on good back and forth between her and Julia. You know, I definitely think Julia has been a great champion so far. And it's good to see her traveling. You know, she's been improving her English. Her English has been sounding great. And, you know, this was just another big match for Trish Adora. And Trish Adora, like I said, 7 years in the business. She's pretty much wrestled Canada, Mexico, the U.S., Japan. I mean, I think it's safe to say with Trish Adora, you know, you name it, she's wrestled there. You know what I mean? So Trish Adora, I've always kind of considered a journey woman because, you know, she's wrestled some of everywhere. But this was quite a big challenge for her, and you know, she made the best of it. She really made the best of it. But Julia was able to still stay on top, was able to put away Trish Adora with a Northern Lights bomb, pinned her for the 1-2-3, and Julia, the reign continues as she is still your strong women's champion. And a great sign of sportsmanship after the match as well between both ladies, so really cool to see. But I think it's safe to say that Stephanie Vaquer will be Julia's next challenger for the title. So good stuff there. Before they went on to the next match, another big announcement was dropped as Mustafa Ali, a video of Mustafa Ali appears, you know, him doing a campaign on New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he calls out the ticking time bomb, Hiromu Takahashi. That's right. Challenging Hiromu at Windy City Riot, April 12th in Chicago. Yo, that is going to be ginormous. Mustafa Ali versus Hiromu Takahashi. Oh, I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for that. That's going to be a solid match. Quite a test for Mustafa Ali, but I think definitely one he can handle. So, definitely looking forward to that. Mustafa Ali, Hiromu Takahashi. Whew, take my money now. That's going to be good. Alrighty. Let's move on to our next match. Alright, we had ourselves a special tag team match as we had the King of Bros, Matt Riddle, and a mystery partner taking on TMDK's Zack Sabre Jr. and Bad Dude Tito. And ladies and gentlemen, Matt Riddle's mystery partner ended up being a good friend and somebody that he has competed with and has known for quite a long time, even going back to the PWG days. That's right. The Chosen Bros have been reunited for this one time as Jeff Cobb was his mystery tag partner. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Cobb, Matt Riddle, the Chosen Bros reunite for this match. And like I said, they've known each other a long while. They were former PWG tag team champions together. Like, they're good friends. They go way back. But that was the matchup. This was still a good, solid match between both of these teams. I definitely like the showdown between Riddle and Zack Sabre Jr. I would love to see them go one-on-one at some point. I think that would be very, very good. But we got a little taste of it. We got a little taste of it in this match. Of course, Bad Dude Tito, Jeff Cobb, they squared off. That was fun to see. But Matt Riddle, his New Japan Battle in the Valley, was able to pick up the victory for his team as he hit the Bro Derek on Bad Dude Tito and pinned him for the 1-2-3. Chosen Bros reunite, and it pays off as they pick up the victory in Battle in the Valley. Not only that, Jeff Cobb kind of offered him a spot with United Empire. Now, Matt Riddle didn't say yes, but he didn't say no. He said, you know, we'll talk. What do y'all think? Matt Riddle, newest member of United Empire? I don't see why not. I mean, I know we're so used to seeing Jeff Cobb and the Great O'Khan teamed up. But I mean, hey, Chosen Bros reunited. They're both part of United Empire. why not? Why not? You know, I'd be down. I'd be down. But that was really good to see those two unite for this match. That was really cool. Alrighty. Our next title match. Here we go. We had the Continental Crown Championship, the Triple Crown, on the line as the champ, Eddie Kingston, defended against Bullet Club War Dogs, Gabe Kidd. Well, these two were beating the mess out of each other and hitting each other hard. Match was intense, which, you know, you could definitely tell it was going to be intense. But I hated the finish. And the only explanation that I can think of is because they're not over. They're not done with this little rivalry. But I really hated the finish of this match. This ended in a freaking double countout. A freaking double countout. And then, of course, Bullet Club War Dogs beat down Eddie Kingston some more. So there's that. But just, ugh. Really didn't like that finish. But, it is what it is. It was probably the one sour moment of the show. Anyways, next up we had, this was the semifinal main event, or the semifinal. We had a no disqualification match. The Rampage Dragon, Shingo Takagi, versus Death Rider himself, Jon Moxley. And the interesting thing is, these two know each other very well. They go way back to their Dragon Gate USA days, which they were part of the Kamikaze USA stable, as, you know, one of the branches of Kamikaze, which, you know, was a stable in Dragon Gate. But you had Jon Moxley, you had Yamato, you had Shingo Takagi, you know, for example. But yeah, they were in the same stable for a while. But let me tell you, these two completely destroyed each other. I mean, they got bloodied up. I mean, we saw trash cans, chairs, tables, broken pieces of a kendo stick. Just, oh man, this was a nasty, brutal match. Both got busted open really badly, but I tell you, they unleashed just all sorts of violence on each other, and this was an excellent match. Very memorable, excellent match. But Jon Moxley would get the last laugh as he was able to hit Shingo with a Death Rider, which he hit him with one earlier and pinned him, but but he didn't get the 3 count. But it took a second Death Rider, this time on a chair, to seal the deal for Mox, as he was able to pin him for the 1, 2, 3. And Mox beat Shingo in the no disqualification match at Battle in the Valley. But afterwards, Mox got on the mic and he made the big call out. The king of call outs. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He specifically said, the time has come. The time has come. It's time. And he calls out Tetsuya Naito, the current IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Tetsuya Naito. And sure enough, it got made official for Windy City Riot. Jon Moxley versus Tetsuya Naito. Now, I don't know if that'll be for the title. I don't think it will be. But that's a pretty big matchup. Mox and Naito. Whoo! That's going to be huge. Which I think that's probably going to end up being the main event of Windy City Riot, if you ask me. But, whew, that's going to be huge. And then the main event of New Japan Pro Wrestling Battle in the Valley of 2024 came down to this final showdown between these two gentlemen. Special singles match for one last time. We had the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada versus the Billy Goat, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. Going into this match, the score is 7-2 Okada, which this match ended up being the 10th match. The 10th singles match between these two. Wow. Wow. These two know each other very well. Very well. And I tell you, this match was phenomenal. For this being Will Ospreay's last match against Okada specifically, this definitely was memorable and definitely goes into that lineup of 10 Ospreay-Okada matches. And this was incredible. I mean, it was incredible. Seeing them trade finishers. Ospreay used the Rainmaker. Okada used the Stormbreaker. I mean, just these two were going back and forth. And it really could have gone either way. We saw both of those finishers. We saw the landslide. We saw the money clip. We saw the Oz cutter. We saw the hidden blade. Just, wow. Wow. This was an incredible match. But when it all came down to it, it took one last Rainmaker from Okada to Ospreay, and he was able to put down the aerial assassin, pin him for the 1-2-3. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now 8-2 Okada with the victory in the main event of Battle in the Valley. And what great sportsmanship. Okada extending the hand to pick up Ospreay, and they hugged each other. That was a really cool segment. Because you got to remember, these two go way back. I mean, they were both stablemates. They were both part of Chaos together. And then Ospreay eventually turned on Okada, started United Empire. But you got to love the respect that these two have for each other. I mean, New Japan Pro Wrestling has been excellent to both Will Ospreay and Okada. And then after the match, the rest of Bullet Club War Dogs came down, attacked Okada, and beat down Will Ospreay. But United Empire came down to help. Jeff Cobb, TJP, they came down to help fight off Bullet Club War Dogs. And then pretty much Will Ospreay got on the mic and just thanked everybody. Was talking up the match that he has, the last match he has left on his contract, February 11th, Osaka, the steel cage match, United Empire versus Bullet Club War Dogs. But he also thanked the fans and, thanked United Empire. And, yeah, he pretty much was the main one to to close the show and went around and slapped hands with the fans. But, you know, it's one thing I will say. Like, Japan has been really good to Will Ospreay. And I'm just so happy that he was able to really make a career from his time in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and how the Japanese fans have really embraced Will Ospreay. And I know he's signed to AEW, and the only thing I can say is, for those that don't know Will Ospreay, you're getting ready to learn, and you're getting ready to see greatness. Not to mention, the dude is only 30. He's only 30. He's only 30. So, I can't wait to see what next happens for Will Ospreay. Is whether he wins that steel cage match or not, it doesn't matter. Like, I believe he's going to go out with a bang, and there's much more to see in his career. So, I can't wait. I can't wait. But yeah, sounds like the chapter of that rivalry, the book of the Okada-Ospreay rivalry, I guess, has been closed now. You know, Ospreay has done a lot, but I think it's safe to say that Okada is his kryptonite. And just plain and simple as that. But another strong, solid show for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And actually, before we close out, let's look at the schedule. Actually, let's look at the schedule for TNA. Remember, it's TNA Wrestling now. For TNA Wrestling and New Japan. So for TNA Wrestling, I know they had Snake Eyes just the other day. They got No Surrender February 23rd. That's a special event for TNA Plus. And then the day after, February 24th, is the Bayou Blast. They announced Sacrifice for March 8th. That'll be on TNA Plus. That's it for their next upcoming big events for TNA. And then for New Japan Pro Wrestling, you got quite a handful. You have the New Beginning in Nagoya. That's next Saturday, January 20th. And then the 21st begins the Road to the New Beginning, and that lasts to February 10th. They're also doing a boat race. Something called Boat Race Miyajima Presents Strong Splash. Like, or actually, oh no, it looks like they're doing actual matches. I guess just Boat Race Miyajima is just the sponsor. But they got 2 shows of that, Strong Splash, on Saturday, January 27th and 28th. And then February 11th, the New Beginning in Osaka. That's where the cage match is going to be. And then the day afterwards, they do the CMLL Fantastica Mania 2024 tour from February 12th to the 19th. Let's see. They got a 2-part show for the New Beginning in Sapporo. That's February 23rd and 24th. And, oh yeah, the New Japan Pro Wrestling Anniversary show will be March 6th. So they just posted that. And then the day after that is when the New Japan Cup begins. So, wow. In 2 months, tournament for New Japan Pro Wrestling. So the New Japan Cup will be from March 7th to March 20th. So it's like the 20th will be the finals. And then announced for April 12th, back in the U.S., is New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Windy City Riot. So that's what they got on the dock for their schedule. Quite a lot to look forward to there. A lot to look forward to for both TNA and New Japan Pro Wrestling. But that'll do it for this show, or that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to check out the link in the description for Game Beauty. And also, let me know what y'all thought of TNA Hard to Kill, as well as New Japan Pro Wrestling's Battle in the Valley. Let me know what your thoughts were. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed day tomorrow. Happy MLK Day. And I will see y'all in the next video. Laters.